everyone, how are we today? Just doing a quick all signs reading. Today we're going to be looking at what people love about you, okay? So the good qualities that others see in you that they adore, all right? Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. It really does help the channel grow and glow. Being a on the smaller side channel, I do really appreciate that. But today we are going to be using the Power of Love activation cards. And I do have the Floral Lenormand, I believe this one is called. Okay, so we're going to have timestamps in the description box if you're looking for those to jump ahead to different placements. But starting today off with our Aries. Okay. All right, Aries, what do people love about you, Aries? Aries, what do people love about you? I feel like we're going to grab two of those for you today, Aries. We do have humility coming through first, as well as purpose. All right, so you have the loving awareness that you and everyone else are in the same but different paths. All right, so this is tying in with your purpose card there as well, that you possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. So, you know, people really do admire about you here that you have the awareness that you are on your own individual path and you have your own purpose to serve in this world, and that you do also appreciate that everyone else has their own path and purpose in this world, that you have humility and purpose are qualities that others see in you, Aries, that you may not even see yourself. Aries, what do people love about you? Aries, what do people love about you, Aries? Okay, so firstly we have the moon coming through. Okay, and so this is like a magnetic attraction card in this sort of a reading. It does sort of show us that, you know, especially with the other cards I'm seeing here, that people do really appreciate that you know, trust your emotions, you trust your intuition, and that you allow those to guide you and magnetize you towards your true purpose, and that you follow, you know, the secrets of your own self. And you're not feeling like you have to do what other people tell you. Oh, Aries, do this, or Aries, you should do that. As you know, just it's giving me career kind of examples here that, you know, if someone were to say to you, oh, Aries, you should follow that career, you're kind of like, well, no, that doesn't sit right for me. I don't want to do that career. So I want to do this career. And so you follow what you're drawn to, what you're emotionally drawn to, what you're more passionate about. For some of you, there is an element of fame that does come through sometimes with that moon energy. It's like, you know, you're the star of the night sky in some kind of a way here is coming through, Aries, that people actually really see that you come alive at nighttime, and that you are the star of the show at nighttime for some reason there as well. We do see the Tower coming through here, Aries. So, you know, people do see that you are very drawn to structure and, you know, building strong foundations within yourself, that the foundation of strength within you yourself is quite strong. But you also are very drawn to structure. For a lot of you, you may emotionally isolate yourself quite frequently. And people actually see that as a good quality, that you're not sort of taking that Aries passion out on everyone around you, that you do know when to, you know, isolate yourself when you need to. But, you know, just be wary of that. Sometimes isolation can flip over the other direction, where, you know, people feel isolated from you, Aries, especially with the heart here as well. So people do see you as somebody with, you know, the potential to hold great love. People do love you and care about you. Okay, so you may be somebody who finds that people are just very drawn to you in just sort of I'm getting this like all or nothing kind of energy, where, you know, people either love you or they hate you kind of energy there, Aries, where, you know, there's no middle ground. There's not people around you that, oh yeah, Aries is all right. No, people are very, very drawn to you. So the people that you surround yourself with, you know, they have a true heart space available for you. They do care about you deeply. So you do draw that to you. People also feel, especially with you having strong trust in your own emotions here, that people are very drawn to that about you as well, that they do see, even if you don't show those emotions, even if you don't share those emotions, that they see the potential for you to, be very loving, and that you are trying to open your heart space, and you have the potential to be very loving and romantic, and people do see that as a good quality about you there, Aries. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Taurus. Taurus, what do people love about you? Taurus, what do people love about our Taurus? Taurus, what do people love about you? Very interesting combination here. Firstly, we see commitment coming through, Taurus. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. But we do also see detachment coming through, Taurus. So you're releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So, that commitment really does draw you. It's a very all or nothing kind of energy here, Taurus, that people see you as somebody who, you are very loyal and committed to those that you care about. But once somebody breaks that trust and love in you, that you can detach and remove yourself from that pattern quite quickly. And people actually really admire that about you, that, you can get that Taurus stubbornness out and really, really detach and refuse to enlist yourself in past cycles and things that are holding you back. So people actually really admire that about you, about your ability to detach from negative patterns and people in your life. Very committed to love and to, being in loving energy, whether that's being your energy or the people that you surround yourself. You're very committed to that, loyal, loving energies. Taurus, what do people love about you? What do people love about Taurus, please? Very sociable energy here as well, Taurus, whether you are aware of that or not. Even if you're an introvert, people do see you as somebody very sociable. We have the Garden here. That also could actually talk about, especially with the bouquet coming through next, the flowers coming through next. People may just like the idea of dating you as well, Taurus. That just as a bit of a side note, they might want to date. There might be a lot of people that wish to date you. It may go beyond what people love about you. It may actually be, people want to date you as well, even if they're not in the in the category of person that you would normally date. People may still want to date you, but we do see that people see you as somebody who is, probably very active socially, if not outdoors. Okay, the Garden is a very outdoorsy energy there as well. They see you as somebody who is willing to, get onto the same page as others and meet others halfway, that your ability to, compromise and see other perspectives is quite strong. So especially with that bouquet, like I said there, that is a very giving energy. So people do see you as somebody who is very giving, and that people wish to receive from you as well, because you're so giving of your time, your love, your energy, your chat, your whatever that is. People want to be around you and receive your energy. Okay. We also see the anchor. So people do see you as very reliable. All right, that's a very reliable, strong energy that they know that they can rely on you. So if someone's going through a hard time, they know that they can really trust you to hold them steady and sort of stabilize their energy, because you're so giving that you're willing to share stability with others and help them. So people do see you as somebody who is a very, very much like a giving person. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're a giver, like as in, people pleaser type energy. It's just that you're willing to give your reliability and stability to others and when they need you the most. So people do see you as somebody that is very committed to the people that you care about, and they love that about you, Taurus. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Geminis. Gemini, what do people love about our Geminis? Gemini, what do people love about you? Okay, Gemini, we have acceptance coming through first. You're ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life, as well as your humility, Gemini. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, yet on different paths. So, that once again, very, very well blended with your acceptance of others. Okay, so people see you as somebody who is, very, very humble in origin, but also very accepting that, just your beliefs and may not match their beliefs, but you're still willing to, listen and take them on board and accept them for who they are, even if it's not in line with your own personal belief system or whatever. So, I do see you as somebody here. People love the fact about you that they just feel comfortable to be their true selves around you, and they're not hiding their beliefs or their sexuality or anything along those lines from you. They know that you will accept them just how they are, even if it's not the same as your personal, system. Gemini, what do people love about you? What do people love about Gemini? This is a very interesting energy here. There's a lot of growth that people see you doing here, and your potential to grow as a person even more. What I've got here, we do have the coffin coming through first. We also have the cross, as well as the tree. Okay, so both the tree and the coffin do sort of talk about growth in a way, because the coffin is a death and a rebirth. It's transformative energy. Okay, it's turning one thing into another. But it pardon me, you're also somebody who's very adept at dealing with knowing when things need to come to an end. People see that about you and really appreciate that about you, that you're able to, close the door on things that are no longer serving you and move forward into the new energy rather than holding on to, past things heavily. But what I'm actually getting here, especially with the cross, because the cross does talk about, responsibility. But you're kind of transforming your responsibilities and helping others transform responsibilities in their life. Okay, because and it's kind of very spiritual energy as well, and it's kind of like you're someone that really helps people grow on a spiritual level, because you're helping them understand how to alchemize things, how to transform things in their own energy. It's kind of telling me here that you can sort of you're turning responsibilities, you're ending them being a responsibility, and you're turning them into an opportunity for growth and learning and healing. And you're showing others how to do that, and how to alchemize responsibility into, something a little bit more like fun and light-hearted. So things aren't quite so much of a burden for people, because there's just something about the way that you are that shows people that it doesn't have to be a heavy burden. These responsibilities, that they're actually, an opportunity to grow and learn and look after yourself in new kinds of ways and mature. And you're finding, allow people to find the wisdom in things, rather than just get stuck on the death of the situation. You seem to be somebody that can go, oh, well, that's ended in your life. Well, oh, well, that's awesome. That gives you the opportunity to go do this that you've always wanted to do. And you just, there's something about the way that you are and the way that you're very accepting of others, and you accept things how they are. Just go with the flow of things rather than, getting stuck on those endings, those, the death of a situation. You don't get stuck on that as much, and you do sort of allow others to, transform things within their own self, just by being in your energy, because of your outlook on things is just so transformative, and you're alchemizing things for others in a big way here. It's a very spiritual energy as well, okay? It's kind of, once again, trusting and knowing that things will just sort of fall into place and they will work out for growth and knowledge, rather than, this horrible coffin energy, right? Like, a lot of people see that coffin energy and they get very scared of, like, death, grief. But that's only if we get stuck on the ending. Death is just a rebirth, and you really seem to be able to show people the rebirth side of things and how to alchemize and have faith that this is actually happening for a reason, and this is actually things falling into place for you, rather than things just ending, and that being the whole story. You're able to sort of then lead people to see that there is a rebirth on the other side of any ending, in their lives. So people do really appreciate that about you, and you really do help people, find their own path and not feel bad for things. It's very strong energy. I'm kind of disappointed now that I don't have as many Geminis in my life as maybe I should. If that's one of your best qualities people see about you, Gemini. But that's what we have for you. More than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Cancer. Okay, Cancer, what do people love about you, Cancer? Cancer, what do people love about you? We have transformation coming through first, Cancer, that you use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. So you can see fakeness very easily, and people really appreciate that about you, that you can see through the fakeness and gain a deeper awareness of things, because you're not allowing the rose-tinted glasses to, trick you, basically. We also have purpose coming through, Cancer. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Okay, so you really focus on what things could be rather than what things maybe look like they are. So this is a very strong energy here, in the sense of, that you can actually help guide people through those transformations, and people really appreciate that you don't sort of stop, you don't give up, that you're constantly seeking a higher purpose, and you're constantly seeking, growth and transformation within yourself, and people really appreciate that, Cancer. Cancer, how do people see you? What do people love about you, Cancer? Cancer, what do people love about Cancer? You have a big heart, and you demonstrate that when, that you consciously choose to, once again, with that purpose energy coming through, that you do consciously choose to continually transform and dedicate yourself to showing love. I feel like for a lot of you, it's a constant transformation, and you're constantly, trying to work out new ways on how to show love, or how to develop the showing of the love, the involved, like, opening your heart to others, and you're constantly trying to transform that into things that each person understands, or evolve with others, and you evolve with that as well. We do see the mountain coming through, Cancer, so people do definitely see you as a hard worker. They see that you are very determined and perseverant in your world, that nothing no mountain is too big for Cancer, that you're able to, climb any mountain that's put in your way, that no obstacle is too great, that's something you'll just, you'll find your way through it no matter what. There's a lot of strength coming from that mountain energy, and it's a lot of strength from your heart, that you're dedicated to loving, whether it be yourself or others around you, or life in general. You're dedicated to, using that to power you through the obstacles and blockages that you are faced with in your life, and to constantly transform those blockages into, other things. and never lose sight of your true goals in this life. We have the stars there as well. Okay, so you are somebody who is very dedicated to seeing your wishes come true in this life. And it's because of that mountain energy there. Everyone around you knows that you will, achieve those goals that you set for yourself, because you're so dedicated, and that you're constantly transforming the energy of yourself and your heart space to push yourself further and further and further, and to achieve better and better and better things for yourself here, Cancer. So you have a lot of hope and optimism in the greater purpose of yourself and the greater purpose of your life, and a lot of hope and optimism, knowing how strong and perseverant you are, which comes from your heart, whether you realize that or not. Because I'm picking up a couple of cold Tauruses here, where you're sort of saying, I don't show love, I don't share love, I don't hold that much love, that's not my thing. But a lot of your purpose is actually coming from your heart space, and you don't realize that even yourself. But other people may see that about you, and they do understand that it's a constantly transforming energy as well, a constantly evolving heart space as well, that you're accommodating more and more within your heart space as time goes on. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Cancer. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, what do people love about you? What do people love about our Leos? Leo, what do people love about you? Okay, your detachment. Okay, you're releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So people do see you as somebody who is, constantly shifting and evolving, and growing and healing, that you're constantly, trying to change yourself for the better, and remove old patterns and cycles from your life, things that no longer serve you. You are able to detach from the past in a way that suits your growth, and evolve, continually evolve yourself. We also see humility for you here. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are on the same yet different paths. So there's a lot of acceptance that comes through with that humility energy there. It's knowing, having the humbleness to know that everyone is on their own individual paths, but this is my path, and I'm going to continually evolve along that. I'm going to detach from previous paths that no longer suit me. And you know what, I understand that other people maybe aren't able to do that in the way that I can, but you know what, that's okay. That's their choice, their life to live, their purpose, their path. My path is that I choose to push myself further and further. Leo, what is it that people love about you, Leo? What do people love about our Leos? Leo, I love that for you, Leo. Your card coming out strong first and foremost. So they love your Leo-ness, your Leo strength, and the sunshine that you bring to everybody's life, the light that you shine into other people's lives around you here. The happiness that you bring. The sun is a card of happiness, but it is also strength, and it's a bit of a truth revealer as well. So you do, maybe push people towards personal epiphanies through just being yourself, just your day-to-day life, and people seeing how quickly you detach from the past and constantly try to evolve yourself. It actually allows others to, it leads them to the light, basically, and allows them to have those personal epiphanies that they need to have for their growth as well. So you are a bit of a truth bringer, a light giver. Very interesting. We also see the Tower coming out for you here, Leo. So people do really love the fact that you're responsible. You're very structured in the way that you approach life. It's a traditional kind of values, to be honest, here, Leo. But you're happy to fit into those traditional values. And then, once again, with that detachment, if that traditional value is not serving you, you're happy to, take that out of the structure, because you're saying, nope, that does not make our foundation strong. That's not actually a strong tradition to rest on here, so we don't need that anymore. Let's start a new tradition. So I feel like there's something there about tradition for you, and even when you're younger than others, you come across to others as kind of older and wiser, bigger and taller, even when you're the smallest, youngest person in the room. You do have this wisdom about you that people appreciate. It's a very strong energy. You may isolate yourself a little bit from others, which people do see that about you as well. But I feel like they see that as something that they love about you, because it's kind of one of those things where they see that you know when to detach yourself, when that when you do need to detach for your own good, that you do take care of that. We also see the feminine coming through for you. So, people do see you as a very loving, supportive character in their lives. That for a lot of you, they see you as a main character in their lives, even when you're not a huge player in their life. They do see you as main character energy, which very Leo, very, very Leo energy of you there, Leo. But, people do see you as very nurturing, very, very able to grow. And, the growth and the nurturing of new growth in the woman energy, as well as, not shying away from emotion, that you actually nurture emotion in positive ways, that you're not hiding from that emotion in yourself or others. People do really appreciate that about you as well, Leo. But you are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel. And we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo, what do people love about you? Virgo, what do people love about our Virgos? Your kindness, Virgo. Pardon me. You are a humanitarian made of love, and you're able to share that energy with others. So people do see the kindness of your heart, Virgo, even when you try to hide it. Yeah, they do see that about you, and they do really appreciate that, you are just you have a moral system where you don't see the point in being mean unless it's necessary. Like, we all like to be petty sometimes, and we can be a bit mean sometimes. Maybe that's just me because I'm a Capricorn, but that people do see that you're just naturally a kind person. So a lot of you, I do pick up that for a lot of you, people see your kindness to animals and people from different walks of life, to yourself as well, and they do actually really appreciate that about you. Because it may not be something that, even when you're not showing kindness to people that don't deserve your kindness, you still show kindness to the weak and vulnerable in this world. We do also have respect coming through. Okay, you value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. So that goes along with that kindness, that you're respectful. You're, once again, I'm getting very strongly here that I'm getting Virgo kind of saying to me, unless they deserve no respect, if they don't deserve my respect, then I don't show my respect. I don't show my kindness. But it's kind of like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So until you do something that shows me that you no longer deserve my kindness and my respect, I will treat everyone with respect. I'm a respectful person because I respect myself. And You know, once again, it's very strongly talking about respecting everyone, regardless of their walk of life, respecting animals, regardless of their lower status under humans, you know, so very respectful energy there as well. And people see that and do appreciate that about you. Virgo, what do people love about Virgo? Virgo, what do people love about you? We have the moon coming through first. This has been this particular reading. The moon energy is telling me little snippets of other things here today, because the moon sometimes it can talk about beauty as well as good luck and fame. Okay, and it's kind of talking about at nighttime you come alive, Virgo. So I'm picking up at that, like at nighttime you shine like as though you're famous, regardless of, you know, whether you are or not. It feels like a social kind of element thing here, that, you know, you are like at nighttime you're famous. I don't know why it wants to just be like that. One of the other signs had that as well. But that's what's coming through predominantly with that moon energy for you. But also something there about, you know, the beauty. I feel like it's the beauty as well. And that's why, you know, at nighttime your beauty comes alive, and that makes you like look like you're someone famous. So, you know, I'm just kind of seeing someone dressed up, you know, to the nines, going out late at night, and, you know, everyone can't keep their eyes off you, sort of thing. You know, so kind of giving that, and it's a little bit vampire vibes. I don't know why it's giving vampire vibes, but maybe it's because, you know, with the moon card there, you do get the paler complexions and things like that. But people really see you, especially at nighttime for some reason, Virgo. People see you come alive, you know. That is also, you know, the card of emotional sensitivity and trusting your intuition. So a lot of people may see you just sort of have that good luck, but it's, you know, that it's your gut instinct. But to others, it seems like good luck or good fortune on your side, you know, and people may sort of be wary of pushing you because they can see that you will react emotionally. You know, but it's seen as a good thing, right? It's kind of, you know, because of the kindness and the respect, I don't want to lose Virgo's kindness and respect. So, you know, just be careful because they can be a little bit emotionally sensitive. I don't want to lose that kindness. We do see, this is very interesting. We see the mice coming through here. Once again, it's the mice talks about past loss and things that sort of stress you out and eat away at you and things like that. So, you know, people see you as somebody who, you know, and this is part of the reason why people do not want to mess up with that kindness and that respect. They don't want to lose your respect because of the way that you hold on to the past a little bit here. But it's seen as a good quality here. People love this about you, that you don't just move on from things. You know, you don't just totally detach yourself, that you do feel things deeply, and hold on to things, because it's like, it's kind of like you give it the respect that it's worth, kind of thing, by holding on to the past losses, that you're allowing yourself to grieve things that you have lost. And people actually love that about you. So it's very interesting. People respect and love that about you because it's like you're not trying to hide the truth of self. Does that make sense? We do also see the fox coming through here. So people do see you as very intelligent worker kind of energy. That a lot of the time this is coming through as a bit of a career thing, that people do see you as very diligent, very intelligent, very crafty and clever, and you do what you need to do when it comes to work, that you're very independent, okay? It's very independent energy that, you know, I can put Virgo onto a task and I know that they'll complete it to the, you know, the top ability there, because they can work alone fine. I don't have to worry about them. I don't have to check in on them and make sure they're doing their work, things like that. I can trust Virgo with work stuff. All those sorts of things are coming through there. A lot of people do respect and love the fact that you're a survivor as well. Virgo, that you're, you can throw Virgo in the corner and they will survive, that they will do whatever they need to do to survive any situation they're thrown into. And people appreciate that about you as well, Virgo. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Libra. Okay, moving on to Libra. Libra, what do people love about you? Libra, what do people love about our Libra? Your loyalty. I'm not surprised I'm seeing that for you, Libra. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and your consistency of being, okay, as well as your virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. All right, so definitely seeing, Libra, that people see you as maybe more spiritual than you even see yourself. People see that you're in tune with your own self and your own beliefs, and that you don't allow that to, hold you back in life, that you really have this strong virtue and moral standing within yourself. You're very loyal to not only others but to yourself, and people love that about you. But Libra, what do people love about Libra? What do people love about our Libra? Oh, some interesting energy here, Libra. Firstly, we have the whip. Okay, so people love the way that you fight. People love the way that you, for a lot of you, I feel like this is the way that you, resolve conflict to start with. And, they love your brand of drama. When you bring the drama, you really bring the drama in a fun way rather than a really hard way for people to deal with. That they love the way that how you approach conflict and arguments, basically, that you, once again, you're very virtuous and you stick to your morals, and you, while still being loyal to solving the issues rather than just having a fight for the sake of having a fight. All right. So people do actually love that you stand your ground and that you aren't afraid to have those arguments when necessary, because when you come to somebody with an argument or some sort of drama or conflict or tension, that you're coming to them in a very virtuous way, that you're just sticking up for what's right. Okay, we do have the Tower coming through for you here as well. So people do see about you here that you do tend to isolate yourself a little bit sometimes from others, but they actually do appreciate that about you, because it's like they know that, that you're taking the time that you need, that you're being loyal to yourself. And in order to stand up for yourself, that sometimes you do need to take time to yourself, and that you're not necessarily isolating in a bad way, but it's not overly isolation there either. It's very strongly talking about the structure and tradition and the regimented energy that you have, that you kind of like a bit like of the official of the group, the government official. That Tower card does sometimes talk about, governmental stuff and legal stuff, that people see you as somebody who they can ask about anything like that, that you are very structured and regimented and traditional, and in your beliefs and your virtue there, and that you are a truth seeker in that sense, that you are someone that will stand for justice. So people rely on you for that as well. It's a very strong energy there, that you are, the peacekeeper, but also, through fighting, which is, it's such an interesting energy, that you will defend the weak and the small, but it's all in the name of justice and virtue. So people actually really love that about you. We also see the Scythe coming through for you. So, people really appreciate the fact that you will cut things out of your life that no longer serve you, that you are somebody who, you're willing to make rash decisions sometimes if it's serving the greater purpose, that you're willing to do things very decisively sometimes you may even think that you're being impulsive, but it's very decisive that you're, I'm cutting out the things that no longer serve me so that I can have positive changes occurring, and that you're willing to embrace change in order to move through life, and that sometimes that does talk about, having to break free from things, that you're able to break free in a way that a lot of people aren't. A lot of people aren't as structured and decisive about the way that you are when it comes to, cutting things out of your life that aren't serving you. So people actually love that about you, Libra. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, what do people love about Scorpio? If you're like me and you have a lot of Scorpios in your life, there's probably a lot of things we love about our Scorpios. Scorpio, what do people love about you? I'm not going to lie, Scorpio. Scorpio beauty and attraction is next level. You guys have got that. We have freedom coming through for you first here. You're releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. So people see that you are, very freely yourself, that you are, that you don't allow things to restrict you and hold you back. You don't allow, self-imposed limitations to stop you. There's no sort of glass ceiling that can stop you, Scorpio. People really love that about you, that you have this sense of freedom that a lot of people feel as though they don't have, that you're not afraid to, do the thing, say the thing, that you don't hold back. People actually love that about you. We have empathy as well. You feel and understand the emotions of others in the service of love. So, you have the freedom to love, and you do love, and people see that about you and absolutely adore that about you, Scorpio, that you actually do understand others in an empathetic kind of a way, that you support others and you share and are open with others, and that you're someone that, people rely on for support, and that you have this, it's an openness and an attentiveness to other people's emotions, and it's like a respecting other people's emotions and not judging them for it. And people really love that about you. Okay. Scorpio, what do people love about Scorpio? What do people love about our Scorpios? That you are decisive when you need to be. We have the scythe coming through first. Okay, so once again, that's that freedom energy there as well, that, you break free from any limitations, whether it's other people's limitations on you or your own. You're someone that can cut the crap and, break through the BS, and, any limitations that people try to put on you, you're like, no, I'm not going to accept that. I'm just going to break free from that and move on. And I'm very decisive. I'm going to, drop things that no longer serve me when they don't serve me anymore. I'm going to cut myself free from that energy and go on with my life. Okay, we do see the lily coming through next here. So people do understand that, there is this beautiful, softer, emotional side to you, and that's where that empathy shines through the most. People see you as a long-term person, that they want to be in your life long-term. It's not that, and regardless of, because I do know like a particular Scorpio that would tell me that that's not true. People are only stick around for a short while, but that's them issue, because if people only stick around in your life for a short time, that was a lesson to learn. There was a reason for that. There was, because you, by your nature, Scorpio, are a long-term energy, and people, they know that if they're going to be in your life, they're either there forever or they need to get out, because Scorpio's got that freedom to cut me out. If I'm not bringing it, Scorpio will just cut me out anyway. So a lot of the time when you have people leave your life very quickly, it's kind of on them, to be honest. It's kind of showing them, showing you that they do not have that same level of longevity to be supportive or whatever, long term, and they kind of, you know, on some level know that, and they break themselves free from your life before you can break them free, because, you know, they know that Scorpio is very decisive, and you know, if Scorpio makes that decision to cut me from their life, that's it. That's a long term thing that Scorpio doesn't hold back. You know, it can be a little bit grudgy there sometimes as well, but you know, like that you may hold grudges very long time, but I feel like that's because of the long-term energy that people see in you, and it's because you are very in touch with your own vulnerability, so like your own emotional side, very intimate on an emotional level. You're not somebody that you can just come into your life and just be very surface level friends with. They're deeper connections, and if someone can't be that deeper connection for you, they'll cut themselves out of your life before you do, because, you know, it's inevitable one way or another. We do have the dog energy there as well, so people see you as very loyal, very empathetic, very understanding and compassionate. They see you as that lifelong companion, that if I'm Scorpio's friend and I'm in Scorpio's life and I'm giving to Scorpio as much as Scorpio gives to me, this is someone who will be by my side until the end. That people love that about you. People want your friendship. They want to be in your life, okay? Because they know that your friendship is forever. It's not just, okay, we're friends for this week and next week we're not going to be friends anymore. And that's why, you know, if people, it's a subconscious thing, Scorpio. People that don't stick around, they subconsciously, they can't handle it, because your energy is so long term and such a good, strong, loyal energy that they know that they are going to F it up. And once Scorpio makes that choice, there ain't no coming back. So, you know, it's a subconscious thing where they remove themselves before you remove them, because once you remove them, there ain't no coming back from that. You know, so that's what we've got for you, Scorpio, which, yep, definitely, I have some Scorpios in my life that are very strong, loyal, empathetic people, and I adore you guys. All right, but that's what I have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, what do people love about you? Probably that one. Oh, actually, that was a couple, so I'll shuffle them back in. But if we see them come back out, Sagittarius, what do people love about Sagittarius? You have the present coming through for you here. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So Sagittarius, a lot of people refer to Sagittarius just as, you know, the stereotype of you're the adventurers, you're the ones that like to travel. It's not even that. It's that you live in the moment and that you go with the flow, and people love that about you, that you're not afraid of that adventure, that you're not afraid to jump on in head first and see where life takes you. People really love that about you. We also have transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. So you are someone that can see through the BS, Sagittarius. People really appreciate your advice and value your advice and things like that, and your opinion on things, because they know that Sagittarius has this radar where you can see through to the truth, and people really appreciate that about you, that's for sure. You're able to transform things so that, you know, it cuts away the extra, cuts away the unnecessary, takes off the rose-tinted glasses, and you get through to the truth of the matter. And people actually really love that about you. Sagittarius, what do people love about our Sagittarius? This is interesting. I love it. I love it when this card comes up. We have the whip coming through as something that people love about you, which is people love the way you fight. All right. People love the way that you're a bit drama sometimes too. They do love that too. They love the drama that you bring, because it's all the good adventurous type of drama. It's not, you know, negative drama. It's fun drama. If that kind of makes sense. But with the whip here, it shows us that people love the fact that you know, they can come to you with trouble. They can come to you with some sort of fight they're having, an argument they're having, tension that's in their life, and you can help them resolve that. You can help, you know, argue the case for them. You can help show them, you know, this is your best argument in the situation. This is the, you know, how you resolve this conflict. And people really appreciate that about you, because you are someone who, you know, you have boundless opportunities. We have the key. You're someone who can, you know, open new opportunities for people. You can open people's eyes, open people's hearts to see other options, to see, wow, all the options. You know, sometimes someone comes to you, especially like I'm seeing those two together here, that for a lot of you, you know, sometimes a lot of people come to you with a problem that they're having, and they know that your perspective on this issue is going to present them with options they didn't even know they had in order to resolve that problem. That the way that you see through things to the truth of the matter, you can then actually transform that situation and see all the different opportunities that is actually giving this person. So people really love that about you, that you're very open-hearted, you're very open and honest with the way that you do fight. So when you are having a conflict or an argument with somebody, that you're honest. It's honesty that's coming through. It's you know, and so people, even if they're fighting back and it's not even resolved, they take that away and they go, Sagittarius was telling the truth. They know that you're telling the truth, and they know that your perspective is true and honest. And, you know, even when it's something that they're trying to fight against, they still know that, and they're still taking away that knowledge that Sagittarius was fighting fair, you know, fighting honestly. And, you know, sometimes the truth hurts. And that's the answer they're left with. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sagittarius will show it to me and show me other options as well. But, you know, but it leads to success. This is success. People do see you as successful in your life, in transforming your life into the version of your life you want it to be, just by being in the moment. We also have the feminine coming through, the woman. So people do see you as very nurturing. They do see you as, you know, being able to nurture your own emotions and nurture the emotions in others, that you're not hiding from emotions. Once again, you cut through to the truth of the matter, and you're not hiding from those emotions either, even when they're painful. That you don't hide from those emotions, that you nurture those and allow them the space that they deserve, that you're able to grow and transform things and nurture things in very positive ways, in not only your own life, but the lives of those around you as well. Okay, so that's what we have for you today, Sagittarius. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, subscribe, and we'll move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, what do people love about you? What do people love about our Capricorns? Capricorn, what do people love about you? Whoa. We have the present coming through. You are a gift, Capricorn. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So, you know, there's something about you, Capricorn, where, you know, people, even when you feel as though you're being held back or you're not living in the moment and things like that, people actually do see that you do live more in the moment than you give yourself credit for, that you go with the flow a lot more than you give yourself credit for. That you're able to understand things very, very present moment. Okay, you're not someone that is so focused on the past that you get trapped in the past and things like that, and that you're able to help others do that too, allow others to break free from the past and move forward in different kind of ways. I do kind of get that. For you, Capricorn, you kind of tell yourself that living in the present is actually, it's kind of combining here with like the 5-year plan stuff, that your version of living in the present is, I'm just focused on going forwards and forwards and forwards. But that's actually living in the present, because you're focusing on just moving and taking the steps that you need to take now in order to get over there in 5 years' time. Does that make sense? So other people see it as you're very in the present, but you yourself, I feel, kind of see it as I'm just doing what I need to do to accomplish and to move forward. So you think that you're more future focused, but you're not actually as well. You are, but you're not as much. It's showing as present, living in the moment energy that you're not. It's just, you're not in the past, not stuck in the past, Capricorn. And we also have satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Once again, Capricorn, I'm getting that you see this as a thing, that you see this differently. How do other people see this? Okay, you see this, the way that you see this satisfaction energy is that you see yourself, I set myself super high expectations. I set high expectations on myself, says Capricorn. Other people see that as, oh, wow, Capricorn's so, able to meet the basics and self-approve and, but you yourself, you see those expectations as, yep, I've met that, and then we move on. Once again, you're moving forward. But other people see that, oh, wow, Capricorn, they've met their own expectation, and, so they're meeting their self-approval. So, the way that other people see it is slightly different to the way that you do. So I'm just going to read that again. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Because, other people see that as, oh, Capricorn, they don't care about what other people are telling them they are. Capricorn only care about meeting their own expectations. You yourself, you see that as, oh, I see myself as needing to meet these really super high expectations and then, ever shifting goalposts. But other people see that as like, oh, wow, Capricorn is so confident that, they don't care about what other people think. And in all honesty, Capricorn, that's not part of your expectation on yourself. So you don't see that. You don't even see that. But to other people, that's a huge thing, that you're not living up to what other people want of you. That for other people, this is actually a huge thing. You kind of just see this as normal. I feel a lot of you don't realize that this is not normal, all right? That this is something that other people don't necessarily do. And that's why I feel I'm just picking up here, Capricorn. And maybe it's because, as you probably know, I am a Capricorn as well. And it's like this whole thing of like, you get really frustrated with other people sometimes when they're not doing the thing. And you're like, especially when it comes to like self-growth and stuff like that. And you're just like, how can you not have that want to move forward and that want to strive higher? Because to you, that's normal. To me, that's normal for us to continually push ourselves. That's normal. But, to others, it's not normal at all. And that's why we look at others sometimes and we're like, oh, you're really frustrating me. How do you not have that as a normal thing? But it's not actually normal, Capricorn. Okay, so very interesting. So I'm picking up a lot here, Capricorn, that you get frustrated very easily at others not keeping up, and especially when others are like getting stuck in the past. Me too, not gonna lie. I have a very big issue with people in my life, especially when I see it as like a victim complex, because I've spent so much time moving myself away from trauma and victimization of self to becoming survival. I survived and I am a survivor of those things. And so when I see other people so stuck in the past on their traumas and things like that, I can get really antsy and frustrated about that, because it's like, to me, I'm like, well, why are you not just, to me, it's easy. To me, it's like, push yourself. What are you doing? But, yeah. Capricorn, what do people love about you, Capricorn? What do people love about you, Capricorn? Pardon. Okay, we have the birds and the ring coming through first. So you're the friend, you're the therapist of the group, right, Capricorn? People know that they can come to you and ask your opinion, ask your advice, and that you will give them good advice. Your conversational skills are top tier, says everyone. Okay, Capricorn, even if you're not a big chatter, even if you're an introvert and you're not a big chatter, people do see you as somebody who is, that you have a good relationship with conversational skills, that you have strong conversational skills, that, people do see you as, once again, calling myself out a little bit here, because the birds sometimes can talk about, a little bit of gossip and chatter, background chatter and rumors and things like that. It's kind of like, I'm getting this energy here that you have this relationship with gossip, that a lot of people love that about you, that, it's kind of like, if I want the good gossip, I go to Capricorn and have a gossip with Capricorn, because they know all the good goss, right? Other people, they may know the goss, but it's just that, lower level goss, the boring stuff, just that everyone knows that. Capricorn's got the good stuff, so very interesting. People appreciate the relationships that you have. They love the fact that you build strong relationships with people, and they love the fact too, I'm picking up off that ring there, that it's not, although some of you may have strong relationships with people that instantly, that click kind of energy, but a lot of people love the fact about you, Capricorn, that to build a strong relationship with you, that they need to put in effort, that you don't just have a strong relationship with everyone, that you value relationships, and that you have strong ones, that if they know that if they've got a relationship with you, that it's a strong one, and that you value that relationship. So they're not, that you're loyal to that relationship. So people really appreciate that about you, Capricorn. We do also see the sun coming through for you as well, Capricorn, lighting up the sky. You are the light in a lot of people's lives, whether you realize it or not. You bring a lot of happiness to those relationships. You help people break cycles. You help people break bad patterns. Once again, because you're so forward focused and you have those high expectations, just being around you, kind of forces people to jump on board with that. But the sun energy here, it's like you're someone who brings about personal epiphanies in others, that you're very enlightened, and it's enlightening to others. That's why they appreciate your conversations, because the relationship that you have throughout the conversations that you have with people, they are very enlightening for others. Very, prompting people to have those things come to light within themselves that they maybe didn't realize, that you see things about them that, you see a light in others that they didn't see themselves. And you, you talk about that. You talk about the deeper layer of stuff, and you bring it up to the surface in them. And people actually really love that about you. And you do bring a lot of happiness to people's lives. This is kind of like your happy little sunshine. It's telling me happy little sunshine energy as well. So, for a lot of you, Capricorn, you maybe are a very, happy person to be around. Even when you're having a bad day, you may still actually be a very happy person to be around, and people do enjoy being in your presence. It's like you're the sun that lights up the sky. Isn't that sweet? Oh, Capricorn, I love that message for you. That's what we have, though. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on to Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, what do people love about you? What do people love about Aquarius? Okay, we see transformation coming through first, Aquarius. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. Okay, so we've had a few signs that have had this one already, but it's basically, you see the truth. You see through, when someone's got the rose-tinted glasses, you see straight through that. You see through to the truth of the matter. You see through the BS, basically, that you're able to, see the illusion that people are trying to create. That, when it's kind of giving me for you here, Aquarius, it's like, it's telling me like when someone is like trying to act, like better than they really are, and you see through to their true self. It's like people can't fool you and make you think that they're a good person when, you know, you see to the truth of the matter and you realize that they're not. So that kind of thing, or people try to tell you that they're a bad person and you're like, I don't know about that. I can see through. I think you're actually a good person hiding under there and you're just trying to, you know, the way that people are presenting, the mask that people put on when people are trying to act smarter than they are or dumber than they are, or, you know, whatever it may be. You see through that act that people are putting on. We also have humility coming through. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are on the same yet different paths. So you appreciate other people's uniqueness whilst appreciating your own, Aquarius, which, you know, if there's one thing Aquarius are, is definitely unique little seeds in this world, you know, but you're humble about it and you see that everyone else is just as unique as what you are, but different ways, different paths, different reasons, different, you know, lifetimes, different paths that people are on here. So, you know, people really appreciate that about you, though, because it's a very accepting kind of energy that you understand that everyone has their own battles to fight and their own life to live kind of thing. Aquarius, what do people love about you? What do people love about you, Aquarius? Oh, very feminine energy here with the woman and the lily coming through first. Okay, so people do see you as somebody who, you know, you're a nurturer. You grow things in your life. You grow, you know, strong relationships. You grow very intimate relationships. Okay, that you're not afraid of emotional intimacy with others. You're not afraid to show people and tell people that you care when you do. You know, but it's a very nurturing kind of energy that you bring out the best in others, especially emotionally. You bring out like maturity in others as well. That lily, it's a very long-term energy. So it talks about, you know, the mature stage of our lives, you know, when we are older or whatever. So people see you as, you know, like older and wiser beyond your years. I feel like that's what that's referring to for you here, that, you know, you are seen as, you know, somebody who's lived a million lifetimes already, that you know better than everyone, because, well, not in a bad way, but like in that your advice is valuable because you are very mature in your years, if that makes sense. So even when you're younger than others, they still see you as, you know, old and wise kind of thing. Especially when it comes to emotional intelligence. There's a strong point here on the emotions and the vulnerability stuff, that you're very strong in those aspects, the way that people see you, that you are, you know, very emotionally strong, and that you're aware of your vulnerabilities and you don't allow those to sort of humble you in a bad way. Like you don't allow those to bring you down. You allow them to keep you humble and accepting of others. All right. We also see the snake coming through as well, which is very, very muchly this transformation energy where you see through to the truth of others, right? Because the snake talks about deception, betrayal, illusion. You know, it is a transformative kind of energy there as well. So it really does sort of show us that you see through those masks that people put on. You see through the betrayals. You know, you see through, you can tell instantly when someone is trying to betray you. You can tell instantly when somebody is trying to, you know, cast an illusion of something, present an illusion to you, a delusion, you know, because it's, you know, I like to think of Aquarius as, you know, the alien star babies of the zodiac, and I think that this is partly why that people see you as a bit of a space cadet sometimes, Aquarius, because you've once again we're seeing that you've lived a million lifetimes, and there's just something about you where it's like you give this energy to people where you've lived a million lifetimes, you've lived a million lives, you've been into the depth of delusion, so you understand it in ways that others don't. It's kind of like you can kind of imagine here that you have the whole universe in the palm of your hand here, Aquarius, and people are kind of like, well, if Aquarius understands the whole universe, of course they understand, when we're trying to put an illusion in front of something here, because Aquarius knows, no, that's where that star goes. That's not a blank space. That's a star. You see beyond in some kind of a way here. And this is what people are picking up on, that there's something about you that sees beyond the fabric of material life, the reality, and people actually really love that about you, because it enables you to, see through things that would otherwise, blind other people, and a lot of the time I feel like this mask that people are putting on, and this sheet that is covering other people's eyes, it's got to do with reality and materialism, right? Like people getting so focused on things like money and, I need a nice car, I need a nice job, but you see beyond all that, and that enables you to, really embrace yourself and embrace others around you in a different kind of way. It's like, if Aquarius is focusing on me, then I must be important. You make people feel important just by being around them, because once again, it's like if Aquarius has the whole galaxy in their hand, yet they're choosing to focus on me. So it makes people feel very, special and seen in a way that, a much deeper kind of a way than they maybe feel with others around them as well. All right. So I know that was a bit of a weird message, Aquarius. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements and see what, that wants to add to your story there. But subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Pisces. Pisces, what do people love about you? What do people love about our Pisces? If you're anything like me and you've got a lot of Pisces in your world, you would know that there is a lot to love about Pisces. And it's not the stereotype stuff either. Pisces are one of the strongest people I know, I reckon. Stronger than you give yourself credit for, that's for sure, Pisces. Pisces, what do people love about you, Pisces? And as I look up and across the room here, I've got photos, and straight away I'm getting my eyes are drawing straight to my Pisces girls. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. True, Pisces. People do value the fact that you show respect just in the way that you are. That it's not even just to them. It's the way that they see you show respect to, a whole variety of things. Your culture, your traditions, your, animals around you, people, the vulnerable and weak around you, the way that you show respect to those sorts of things, and diversity, and understanding to those things. It's next level, Pisces. And, the stereotype of Pisces sensitivity, it's not emotional sensitivity, Pisces. That's what this is. It's the respect that you show to the world around you. Even on those bad days, Pisces, you still have, a respect for other people's uniqueness, and a respect for, protecting the vulnerable and weak, whether that be, a dog, or whether that be, an elderly person, or whether that be someone of a different culture within your grouping and things like that. You see these things, and you really respect and value, appreciating everything equally and respecting it, regardless of whether it's different. And people actually really appreciate that about you, Pisces, as well as your creativity. And this one's definitely true with the Pisces that I know. You are definitely creative souls. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. Okay, so for some of you, this is just as simple as you enjoy doing a bit of art or something like that, Pisces, and people do really love that you express yourself in that way. People love that about you, that you're able to do that. Not everyone is able to express themselves creatively, Pisces. Some people are very stoic when it comes to creativeness. But for you, it's like coming up with new ideas and stuff as well. Very innovative energy where you're, we look at things from different perspectives. We don't just look at things black and white. We look at things with this whole rainbow of color, okay? And so it's crosses across multitude areas of life here as well. It's not just, Pisces likes art. It's not always just that simple, but it's the way that you see the diversity within you, where you see rainbows rather than things in black and white. You don't just see yes or no. You see a whole bunch of colors in between that. Pisces, what do people love about you, Pisces? Pisces, what do people love about Pisces? The way that you see the world, Pisces, straight up. We have the child coming through first. So people see the way that you see the world, and they see that you are, you're but a babe in the woods, but you have so much willingness to get involved in the world, that so much respect for the world and the adventures that life can bring you, that everything is like exciting and fresh. Even when you're having a bad day, you still have this sense of adventure about you, Pisces, and this innocence to your soul that people really love. Okay. We also see the sun coming through for you. All right. So this is, people see your inner light shining on away there. They see that you, once again, that you bring this happy energy, this fun, playful, happy energy to others around you. Even when you're, having a bad day and you think that you're being a sook or whatever, you bring this happiness to others around you, and it really shines a light, a warmth in other people's lives, Pisces. It really brightens up people's days, whether you even realize that or not. You also really do help people bring up the truth, bring up that, bring things down from deep within themselves. You help bring that out into the light in others, and help people see things about themselves that they wouldn't otherwise be able to see. So people really love and appreciate that about you, Pisces. We also see the ship coming through. Your sense of adventure, once again, coming through here. For some of you, you may like to travel a lot, and people love that about you, that you're willing to travel a lot, even if it's just little journeys. One of my Pisces friends there, she's always driving around, going different places, just on little adventures around the place with friends and family and things like that. And people love that about her, that she's willing to just jump in the car and go for a drive at any old time, day or night. I know a lot of her friends do appreciate that about her, that she's, willing to come to people's aid. Because you think back in the day, what were ships when lenormand was invented? They came to the aid of others, whether it be to, bring spices to distant lands, or to, provide army support to other countries and things like that. It's providing aid to others. It's traveling to others in order to provide aid to them. It doesn't really matter the distance. It's emotional distance. It's emotional journeys that you're willing to undertake in aid of others, in order to, bring the sun out within others. You're willing to, go on that adventure and bring that out in others. Come to other people's aid here. People really appreciate that about you, that you've got this adventurous spirit, and you're creative and respectful, and people love you more than you realize, Pisces. That's what we have for you today. You're more than welcome to check out the other placements, of course. Check out the other videos. Make sure you subscribe so you stay up to date when they do get uploaded. And I will see you all again soon.